Instagram?
It should, yes. Let's see.
Okay.
All right. So it's saying on air. Let's see. I'm going to open up IG and see what it says. Huh. Maybe not. Okay, cool. All right, let's try one last thing. I have an idea. I'm going to try and set one up here. Give me 1 sec. Or wait, shit, I'm on a free account, so that isn't going to work. Because I was thinking if I set it up on my end and hit live, since I'm already logged into IG.
Oh, yeah.
But I'm on a free Restream account, so that's not going to work. Shit. Oh, wait, no, it says streaming. What the hell? So why is it not showing up on IG then? Is everybody watching this right now and they're like, you guys are a bunch of fucking dorks?
Let's see. You guys are idiots.
Right?
We are. I guess if anybody's watching, we are.
What the heck?
I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, if you want to check Facebook, yeah.
That would be super embarrassing.
Right?
I mean, it looks like
it's saying streaming on Instagram here, but I'm not seeing anything.
I don't see you on.
Let me try one other thing. Okay, hold on. We might. Okay, now it's saying offline. Wait, go live.
Okay. I should probably end the stream, you think?
Oh wait, no, we're live. We're live. We're good.
On Insta?
Yeah,
oh,
it's on. Yeah, we're on.
Got it.
All right.
We're on Instagram.
Let's make sure here. Just double check. Yes, we are live. What's up, everybody?
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
What's up?
This was an ordeal. So, welcome to What's in Your Earbuds. It looks a little different today. Obviously, the top dog, Jason, he's off on his Euro trip right now. Hopefully, Fred Armisen doesn't do the whole me scoozy shoulder rub thing on a train. God, I don't. Does anybody even get that reference? Are we just that old that like Euro trip isn't even a thing anymore? Anyway, it's Monday. It's a little after 5. It took us 17 minutes to get this live set up. You guys, let me tell you something. This is not for the faint of heart. This whole process here. We okay. Oh wait, I'm trying to get this up here so we can. Okay, and we've got. All right. guys, okay. We're finally set. Drift December 27. Hey, right back at you. Thank you for joining us. We got people in the audience, so we're just gonna jump right into it because we made you wait long enough here, trying to fight with Restream and cameras and a lot of weird things. A lot of weird things happened here, but it's Monday. Joe, how are you doing today?
You know, not too bad. I can't complain. I want to complain, but I guess not terrible.
I swear to God, every day is a Monday. If you don't want to complain, I'll complain. Every day's been a Monday lately. But this is a special Monday. First off, Boston Marathon Day. Congratulations to all the RTB fam that got to run Boston. Did you see the medal this year? It's super cool. I mean, not as cool as something RTB Awards would make, but that like all gold unicorn, fucking cool. But then in addition to Boston Marathon Day and being Monday, it's also 420. So let's just jump right into the fun here. We were talking about it earlier. What's some of your favorite 420 anthems? I know you don't get down anymore, but I know you have in the past, and we kind of talked about it before. What if you're just chilling, got nowhere you got to be this afternoon, you're gonna roll one up, put some music on, and just kind of make the world go away for an hour. What are you listening to?
Well, I was trying to think back on this. Because back in my day, I guess, whatever that is, I used to, I think like Bone Thugs and Harmony would be. I don't know why Bone Thugs and Harmony. Maybe just because like it just had like a nice like mellow flow to it.
Oh, for sure. Now, what particular tracks? Because I was actually listening to some today. I had a little 420 playlist on my run this morning. So, what Bone Thugs tracks?
I was thinking off the top of my head, like first of the month, like that
Classic.
song is just like that song reminds me of like just warm melted butter. I don't know how else to think about that song.
Right?
It's just like it's just so smooth.
It
And then I
really
was
is.
and then I was thinking deep, and like maybe this is like a cliche answer, but like when I used to do that, nothing against it. Um,
No, no, no.
I wish Indiana would like relax a little bit on those particular laws, but I have to be gainfully employed, and unfortunately, a large portion of my job is through like the federal government, which is a bummer. But Willie Nelson looks like I was like, oh, that way you see my throat like get down like the Redheaded Stranger, or like what was the album that was Whiskey River on Redheaded Stranger?
I believe it was. I'm
God, I
almost
mean that's
positive.
I mean it's a song about whiskey kind of, but yeah, some maybe and something I was really into was the Cottonmouth Kings. Feels like a no brainer,
Of course.
which really good live, by the way. I saw them live. I felt like it might have been with the Roots and somebody else. I think it was like really odd because I think it was like Powerman 5000, the Cottonmouth Kings, and the Roots. It was like a really strange mix, that concert. It was
I
very weird.
vaguely remember this tour. I didn't go to it, but I remember like seeing. It's like how did they convince this lineup to get together here? But yeah,
It,
no, I sort of remember this now.
what was crazy is like the how different it got all these wildly different groups together, but everybody was just like getting down to like all the sets.
Dude, no,
So
that's awesome.
so it was like, oh wow, this is cool.
Now, for me, I will say, and it's the group I've seen live more times than anyone else by a pretty wide margin, just because I would always go to their 420 shows back in the day. And before we before we get too into it, I don't know what like the rules are here. So we're not promoting anything. We're not telling you to do anything, all you out there in IG land and YouTube land in a week from today. But suffice to say. Anyway, for me, it was Cypress Hill, which,
Yes.
still to this day, it's kind of weird. I have a weird relationship with Cypress Hill. I don't dislike them at all, but I'd never like put them like on my top shelf. But in a lot of ways, they kind of are for me. So, it's
Yeah.
I for whatever reason kind of ignore them, and I'm not quite sure where that comes from and why.
Well, it's like you might agree with me, but it's like Cypress Hill was like a slow burn. It's
Yes.
like it's like I've never been like I cannot wait to listen to Cypress Hill, but when I do, I'm just like so glad that I did. I'm
Oh
just
yeah.
like it's like shit, they're so good, and maybe that's like look how much like the longevity they've had. They've
Oh,
been doing it,
absolutely.
and it makes me wonder if it's because they're like that kind of group too. It's like you might stray away from Cypress Hill, but when you come back, it's just like, oh damn, like why did I sleep on these for like a year or whatever, however long it's been.
Well, and there's a lot of they cover a lot of genres because it's like you think Cypress Hill, you think hip hop, you think rap, whatever, this and that. But really, there's a lot more to it than that because obviously, you had Be Real with like Prophets of Rage, which, if memory serves, that was Audio Slave without Chris Cornell, correct? So essentially, Rage Against the Machine with Be Real. um, and then, of course, you have all the Latin influence. Eric Bobo and even like Sendog and Meloman Ace. They all have, had kind of solo projects that don't fit into that like genre of hip hop, rap, whatever, this and that. So it's interesting. Cypress Hill has all these branches, and it's really such a multi-dimensional, multi-layered group. But you don't ever think that for whatever reason. You just kind of think Cypress Hill like pothead rap. That's it. So
Yeah, yeah, it is cool. Like I guess when you like scratch the surface, like it's like you listen to him, and like, when you really dig into him, like damn, these guys. It's like it's actually a little bit more complex than just that, but also it is just that, which is like yeah, it's just like such a weird group, right? When you think about it. They're
Yeah,
just
no, 100%.
yeah, because they're so much more complex than what you really think about when you're like getting into them.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely, yeah. But yeah, I mean, they're definitely up there for me. And now we were talking about it this morning, so definitely I had some Bone Thugs on my running playlist this morning, and you know that's another group that obviously Bone Thugs gets a lot of respect within their kind of corner of music. But I kind of feel like they get slept on just in terms of like how great they really are. It's like you'll sit and have like a listening session to Bone Thugs, and it's like, fuck, why don't I listen to them more? But for whatever reason, it just doesn't happen.
Yeah, I was I telling you? I don't know if what we were talking about. Like, I like got way into because like they all went and did like their own projects too. Like Crazy Bone did a bunch of stuff. Like Busy, was it Busy? And some of those albums, like, how is this not more popular than like actual Bone Thugs albums? And it's funny because I cannot find a lot of those solo albums now on Spotify, but I had them on CD. So it's like, yeah, it's just weird how those didn't like end up making it into like the music verse on Spotify.
I think it was a lot of because that was sort of the mixtape era for sure. And I do remember Busy Bone in particular. He did a lot of work with a lot of indie artists. So I'm sure that's the whole thing is there's, all sorts of red tape in terms of labels and things like that and people getting paid for it. But I remember once I was at a club in Inglewood. What was that called? The Hangar? Something like that. Had some airplane themed. If anybody hung out in the not nice part of LA in the early 2000s. You probably remember the club I'm talking about. Um, but yeah, he just took to the stage at one point, like just getting down with like some like indie, whatever dudes from LA, just aspiring rappers. And like, I thought that was super cool that it's like, this is a dude who's got like a name for himself. And maybe it's just whatever, maybe it's like, hey, this is easy self-promotion, whatever, this and that. But I thought it was super cool. And that did kind of inspire me to look into more of his kind of solo stuff. And I think that was he he has a pretty impressive underground library in addition to his mainstream stuff as well.
Yeah, and I got into some of that stuff like it's like CD era, and I've just never been able to find any yet. Like you said, maybe it just yeah, there's some label and some A&R person wasn't happy and probably didn't make any money off of it and didn't want to
Oh
promote.
yeah, yeah. Which that's okay. Now I wonder. This is $1 million idea right here. Somebody who could like, you'd have to have had just a hell of a collection in the mixtape era and probably digitized it now because half of those were like dupes of dupes of dupes. You couldn't even listen to the CDs anymore. But if somebody just did catalog all that shit and just made a database of essentially kind of unclaimed mixtape tracks, that'd be super cool to just kind of sit and explore. Because I think about, you'd just buy CDs from some dude selling them out of his trunk back in the day or whatever, this and that. And, it was a lot of indie artists who, maybe they weren't paying like the big names. They didn't have that kind of money, but they were getting kind of the local celebrities to get on a track or whatever, this and that. And it's like, oh, this is really cool. It was just kind of a whole other kind of subsection, really.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll have to send you the story, but there was like some guy that just he apparently he's been recording concerts his entire life. And I think he said he's got like 10,000 concerts recorded, and
What?
he's getting ready to upload those on oh crap, you might know this website. It's like something archives.
What, just Internet Archive or
Internet, is it Internet Archives?
the
You can find
Wayback Machine?
oh maybe it's the Wayback Machine. It's one of those too, because it's like you can find like every single Dead concert on this website too. And like I think that
No.
might I think that might be Internet Archives. What's the name of that site? National Archives, something like that. I can't remember, but this guy's getting ready to upload like 10,000 concerts onto that thing. So it would be kind of cool to see like what comes out of that collection.
No, that's super cool. And that's the kind of thing, because it's like, okay, everybody likes to laugh at like the people who like hold up their phone during the concerts and record them. And it's like, I get it. You're never going to watch that again. Absolutely. But it is kind of cool that somebody has been able to really document this. And, hopefully these are some good transfers that, we can kind of actually sit and, I mean, some of this stuff could have been completely lost to time otherwise. So, that'd be super cool to check out. I'm definitely going to have to kind of follow the progress here.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking, you got me thinking about like groups that kind of spin off and do like solo acts too. And I was thinking about, oh, I've got a good one to add to our theme for the day. I guess I
Okay.
don't want to get too off track. Sublime. That was absolutely like 40 Ounce to Freedom was like always on rotation.
Oh yeah, 40 Ounces Freedom, Robin in the Hood. I mean, really, Sublime never had a bad album. I obviously, politics and whatever being what they are now, I don't listen to them nearly as often anymore. But yeah, no, especially 40 Ounces to Freedom though. That was like so of its era, and I think we were probably a little young when it first came out, but it was such a timeless album that by the time we were in like our late teens, early 20s, people were still listening to it just like regularly. It was just the soundtrack to partying in those days, and I wonder now if like the younger people, probably not, but like I'm sure like it makes rotation at some 20 something barbecues or something like that these days still. Heather says Bad Fish is a good drinking song, 1,000,000%.
Bad
Yes.
Fish. Or they did a cover of Scarlet Begonias, which is
Yes.
one of the best. I mean, I hate to say this because, like, obviously, I have deep feelings about the Grateful Dead, but their cover was like almost as good as like, oh God, it's so good.
No, I would give them that, and that's the thing. I don't know. They don't have a bad cover. Honestly, their cover of, again, with it being 420, their cover of Smoke Two Joints, that's better than the Toys for sure. Especially with that little like Reefer Madness intro right there. I posted some like Reefer Madness shit to Threads this morning, and oh my god, some people like you get it when you say sarcastic shit online, you have to count on like at least half the people thinking you're being serious. But like some people are like, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot!" What? And it's like, Jesus Christ, this is you on weed? Like, what would you be like off weed right now?
They had the world convinced at one point that you would just like jump out of the window if you touched it.
Right? Oh, hey, what's up, Monique? So, Monique, the topic tonight is 420 anthems. So give us whichever ones you're thinking of right now in honor of today being 420, of course. But yeah, no, that's the thing. It's hilarious. That's my I guess code word, whatever this now is. Oh, I'm gonna go smoke a deadly marijuana cigarette because like that's how they had us believing in school. It was always like, oh, a guy who knows a guy I know who knows a guy I know, whatever this and that. He smoked one deadly marijuana cigarette and then he died, and it's like that did not happen. That never happened in the history of anything. It was that very kind of like just say no coded like dare, very, very all or nothing.
And what else would be like 420 like chillin' songs? It's funny. You made me think. I was like when we were talking about 40 Ounce to Freedom, I was thinking about a memory that I had because I bought that. So I was like, what's funny? Let me just paint the picture for you. For the first time I listened to that whole album, I was flying out to my sisters who lived in San Francisco. I bought that CD and put it in my Discman and
Nice.
listen to that. I mean, it's like that was like I was there for like 2 weeks, and that was like the soundtrack of my like 2 weeks in San Francisco was that 40 Ounce of Freedom album with
Oh, just
my Discman. Like
getting down to some like grand ball activities. When was this about? Like what year?
maybe 90, 96, 97.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say maybe we crossed paths somewhere, but I was still
It'd be
a
wild.
little young. But no, at 97, I was what, 14. So I was definitely getting down, but you still had to be a little sneaky about it.
I might have been about 16. I might have been driving at that point, maybe. I don't remember.
Oh, nice. So you were just living the life then with the you got Sublime on CD. You're in SF, just kind of free to roam about whatever, driving. That I mean, that would have been that's every 16-year-old's fantasy. Come on now. All right, so we're gonna go to the audience here real quick. So Monique's got, of course, the classic this I feel is essentially if there's like a blue chip 420 song, Monique just named it, and it's "I Got Five on It" by Loonies, of course. Now,
What?
do we go with the original or the Bay Area All Stars remix? Because that Spice One, E40, Richie Rich, fucking Shock G, and of course Loonies as well. That was I still listen to that track like regularly. Come on now.
God, that was like that always reminds me of like middle school dances.
Oh yeah.
Like, you knew that banger was going to come on.
Why were they playing that for us in school?
Yeah, it's so weird, especially where I live. It's like we're in the middle of cornfields, and like "I Got Five on It" is like our.
No, okay, not to like. Was it easy to get your hands on the devil's lettuce back in those days, or was it like a whole process?
It actually was fairly easy because
Okay.
I think we're just so bored. It's just like, God, we need something to do. They're like, I mean, up until recently, there was nothing to do in this town. Like, we just finally have development where like young people can maybe do a couple of things. Anyways,
For sure, yeah. Which that's kind of how it was. Like I grew up in the burbs. It was still the Bay Area, but it wasn't like when people picture like San Francisco or whatever. It wasn't that. But there was definitely times where it's like, okay, we got to go into the city because the town is dry right now, that sort of thing. But it was close enough. And then of course Humboldt being up north, whatever. There were definitely ways to get your hands on it if you wanted it bad enough. Put it that way. See here. So Monique also just threw out "How High," and then Heather's got a Southern rock mix for her one of her smoke playlists.
oh,
Now, "How High," of course, yes, that's I mean, Redman and Method Man. That was definitely a snapshot of a picture in time. What was the album called? Blackout. That was a fantastic album. Are you kidding me?
yeah, that was a good one.
That one I like because the jewel case was black. Remember that? Like you used to have like gimmicks with
Oh,
CDs like that. Yeah.
I miss like when like an artist would come out with a double disc, you knew that book was going to be like loaded with stuff.
Oh yeah. Oh
It's
yeah.
just yeah. There's just
Well,
so much that I miss about the like you would get like background to the people like
it was a whole process that when you got the physical media, that you get, like you said, the little booklet or something like that, or sometimes it was like the lyrics, sometimes it was like a little photo book, or especially then when they started getting into, even before like downloading and stuff, but the CDs you could put in your computer and they'd have like the music video or something on there as well. That shit blew my mind as a kid. Come on.
you know
That's,
who had the best hard copy CDs with like it was always loaded with like all kinds of crazy shit was Tool.
oh, of
Like
course. Yeah.
those books were wild. Like one of them, you like 10,000 Days. You opened it up, and it had like had like a flap that you'd opened up, and it made the pictures booklet like 3D looking.
That's right. That's right. And then was
Yeah,
it was it Lateralis or one of them where it was like a hologram if you
yeah,
they did have some like really cool uh with the book that came in the CD. And that's the thing with physical media just in general is, you get those fun little things. I actually just picked up a record the other day that I haven't opened yet because I'm a little overwhelmed by it. It's got like a whole book inside the sleeve, and it's like I want to be able to sit and actually appreciate it.
yeah.
Um, and then, of course, it was Record Store Day the other day. We're going to touch on that for just a second, just so
Oh
I
yeah.
can air some grievances here. Uh, Record Store Day should not be a thing anymore. I'm sorry, it just shouldn't. It's no longer in the spirit of the record store. I kind of feel like, again, with 420, whatever this and that, let's keep the theme here. You want kind of a chill place to sit and relax, whatever. Once you have the resellers that they're I don't mean to dehumanize them, but God, they're just so gross and dirty and they don't even enjoy it. You're just going in there to buy stuff and be annoying. And I don't care how much your Discogs library is worth and whatever this and that. So Record Store Day I find really encourages that kind of behavior. And I just needed to take this little detour to air my grievance about Record Store Day.
It sounds like it's like I'm glad it's like becoming a thing again, but like there's like a couple of like vinyl only groups that I belong to. I'm just like, damn, I don't know if I want to like. It seems pretty like cutthroat too. I'm like, wow, like
It does seem to be, yes. It's okay. So there's two places that we like to crate dig out here. Well, one of them is a local chain, Zia, which if you're ever in the area, anyone who's listening, Zia Records, you pick whichever location, you're going to love it. And then the other one is just like an indie, like one-off shop called Dead Wax, which that's like an old school like record store feeling. It's kind of congested and just crates and stuff and there's so much stuff to see. It's so much fun. But yeah, it seems like the people who are like deep into it, more than just a hobby, whatever this and that, they get a little weird. They're like sneaker people, which obviously I'm a sneaker guy myself, but I don't know, man. Like you get to a certain point where it's like you got to have something else going on in your life, right? Like it's just not as important as you're making this out to be right now. And then let's see. Oh, and Monique just threw out hits from the bong. We're right back to Cypress Hill. I have a feeling there's going to be kind of a running theme today.
yes, I bet we're gonna get a lot of Cypress Hill. I mean, how can we not like? We're already this far into it, and we haven't talked. Like, no one brought up Snoop Dogg yet. I mean,
Snoop
obviously,
Dogg for sure. Yeah, and that's again politics and everything aside. Snoop Dogg was kind of the anthem for. And here's the thing: like being brutally honest, Snoop Dogg had probably two good albums in his whole career, two really good albums. The rest were serviceable, but he's had so many just like weed anthems that he's either created himself or been on the track, whatever this and that it's like, yeah, you got to give credit where credit is due there, 1,000,000%.
yeah, Doggy Style has to be one of like the best.
Doggy Style was a fantastic album. I actually saw somebody say the other day, I believe it was on Threads, that Doggy Style is what we wanted the Chronic to be. I don't agree, but I totally get where they're coming from with that.
The Chronic was like lightning in a bottle. Like, I mean, like it was like everybody had that album. Like,
oh yeah, I have it on vinyl actually. I should have had it as my prop for today. But yeah, no, the Chronic for sure was probably, if you're making a list of like the top 10 most revolutionary albums in hip hop, the Chronic is top 5 probably.
Oh yeah, I agree with you on that.
Yeah. It may not be, a person's personal favorite. They may not think it's the best, whatever, but there's no denying the importance of that album.
Yeah.
Going back to okay, so Heather is telling us colored vinyl are the CDs of today, but we need a new form of dopamine hit. Now, have you seen they've got the filled vinyls now?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, so they got liquid in them. They what was the one with the dude and he drank the other dude's bathwater? It was really gross. Was it called Saltburn or something like that? Like, the soundtrack for that when it came out on vinyl had like, I'm assuming it wasn't really, but it looked like dirty bathwater inside the vinyl. And I've seen a couple others, so I guess that's kind of the thing. That's kind of our next fixation now that color vinyl has become so common.
Yeah,
now,
like I'm still so new, like getting back into it. Like colored vinyl is still like a novelty, and it's like, whoa.
I still think it's really cool. Or did you ever see I can't think of the name of the album now. It was one of Jack White's. I believe it was one of his solo albums. May have been. Oh, I'd be lying if I said I knew. But it had like a little like engraving in the runoff, so that when the light hit it just right, it actually made like a little, like if you look it up on YouTube, it's like a little like dancing angel thing. It's really cool. And then they have the ones that are like zoetropes or whatever as well, where when it's spinning, it looks like an animation like printed on the vinyl. So there's still a lot to be done there with like picture discs and all of that.
Trying to think of something else that was Twista. Twista for sure. on rotation in those days for me.
Twista, yeah, Twista for sure. I mean, he's very, very fast. That's the whole thing. So that's more, I suppose that's more sativa music
Yeah,
than
it's
indica. But yeah, no, Twista for sure. Which again, that's kind of in that same vein as Bone Thugs. Um,
it's
that's
funny because I listened to that yesterday. I tried to do some like speed work yesterday. Like my legs are still like awful.
oh,
So I was like trying to like pick up the pace yesterday, and
yeah.
I listened to the song Adrenaline Rush like 3 times in a row to try to do my speed work.
Nice. What's up, Steven? Steven has joined us. Steven, the topic today is 420 anthems. So if you've got any, go ahead and throw them out. Um, yeah, Twister would be good for some speed work, though, I bet. I need to try that. I got the new streak flies. I finally hit at Ross. You know, you see on like IG and stuff, people are showing like alphas and like Adios Pros and whatever that they're finding for like nothing. I did find the new streak flies there, so I keep saying, oh, I have to go to the track and do like actual speed work. So I'm gonna put together a playlist. Twist is definitely gonna be on it for that.
Yeah,
Um, Trying to think, I'm sure there's so many. And see, okay, now you could go down the whole like Bob Marley path, things like that. I've always been more of a Peter Tosh fan myself, and I don't do that to do the whole like, oh well, actually, contrary for the sake of being contrary thing. But yeah, there is something about, especially the whole like Legalize It album. That's, I mean, obviously that was recorded I mean, obviously there was a lot more politically involved. But yeah, if you're naming your album Legalize It, you want people to be getting down when they're listening to it. Yes, Monique Santana. How could we forget Santana?
100%. Yeah,
1,000,000%. I still to this day. So that's kind of my bedtime ritual because I don't want to stink up the house. So I'll go in the back bathroom. I'll light one up, and a lot of times I'll put on Santana. There's just something about. I mean, really, when you're talking greatest guitar players of all time, he's at least getting mentioned. You know, I don't know. Stevie Ray Vaughan is up there for me. Um, God, there's a lot of them, but Santana is just so very Santana that there's no denying. You know, when you, especially like Europa. God, I love that track.
yeah, because like you know, like I've been a part of a million "Who's the greatest guitar player of all time" discussions with a billion different opinionated people, and it's like you can like there's like certain guitarists you can like that is who that like Santana has a guitar style that I don't think you could even cut like no one else comes close to that sound.
That's the
Like
thing. It's a very distinctive sound. Yes.
it's
Yeah.
like oh that's Santana like so it's like I mean maybe like you could pull that off of like Hendrix maybe like
Heather just mentioned Hendrix, and she said she threw out the doors as well. But yeah, Hendrix for sure. You know, and okay, that's kind of the interesting thing. I think you do have certain artists who you don't see people trying to do what they do, and that's how you know that it's like, oh no, this dude is one of one. Santana's one of them. It's obviously the joke is, you know, some back in the day you'd be at the party and somebody would kill the vibe by busting out the guitar and playing Wonderwall or whatever because like everybody knows that one. You never saw somebody trying to play some Santana because they were going to embarrass themselves. That was the difference right there.
yeah yeah for sure. Yeah, trying to think. Yeah, the doors. So Monique said the doors because that's a good call for
For
sure.
sure.
It's so weird having a band. It's like what's like their key instrument was like the organ. It's like
It's a little wild, right? I mean that I'm trying to think, is there anybody else other than maybe like church bands or something? Is there anybody else who's ever like even attempted to venture in those waters? Like I can't think of. I will say, and I may have to, I may lose whatever few cool points I have left by throwing this one out here. But Kenny Rogers, not necessarily organ, but he had this weird kind of like psychedelic phase at one point with what was this band called, First Edition or something like that, which the Big Lebowski, the just dropped in to see what condition my condition is in from the Big Lebowski, that was Kenny Rogers. But if you listen to that whole album, he was doing some really experimental shit. It was kind of wild. So
So weird to go from that to like The Gambler.
right, seriously.
Yeah,
Which
I
even,
didn't. It's so wild.
let's see here. Oh, okay, Julio, what's up? So she's gonna throw out her 420 anthem as well. Okay, Heather, we got Bob Dylan, of course, Willie Nelson again. Which where was? Oh, I actually just found this at my desk. This was from I went to Willie Nelson's house. So
Oh,
that's, yeah. I gotta put this somewhere. Gotta get some like vinyl to like frame it with or something. I'm not quite sure what album I would do, but he actually did have on his property. So the dinner was like served outside, which I'm assuming there's not just like outside seating all the time, but he's got these little, I don't even know what they're for exactly. I'm sure that's just like where Willie goes to hang out and either burn one or play music or whatever. Julia, you don't have to participate in the antics to throw out the songs. What did you used to like to listen to? But anyway, um, he had one where it was like an old timey saloon facade on it, just like this kind of standalone, almost like a shed that had been converted into a building or something, and then just like a big neon sign that said weed. So it's like, oh yeah, this is definitely Willie Nelson's house for sure.
signature Willie Nelson.
Right?
Man, that's so cool.
Oh yeah, and that's and again, talk about somebody who obviously he stayed in his lane for the most part, but he was never afraid to experiment because he's done songs with Snoop Dogg. He's done songs, with I actually heard a collab he had done with Paul Simon, probably from like the '80s the other day. It was like, oh wow, okay, I didn't know Willie Nelson was getting down like that, but yeah.
Yeah, his catalog is crazy. I mean, he wrote what, "Crying" for Judy Garland, right?
Yeah, that's right.
And then he was like this like clean cut like artist for a while, and then
That's the wildest thing. Yeah, when you see him like in the early part of his career, it's the same with Bob Marley. You ever see like, but there's a picture of Bob Marley, Peter Tosh, and Bunny Wailer like when they were first starting out, and they were like wearing like suits and all clean cut and stuff. And it's like what? Like these are the same dudes, but it was the same with like Willie Nelson. Was it the Highwaymen back in the
yeah,
day or whatever? And yeah, he looked like a little square bear, like because he's not like a big dude. He was kind of a smaller dude in a suit, all clean cut, and it's like this is not Willie Nelson.
oh, and Willie Nelson was like crazy about running for the longest time too.
What? How am I just now learning about this?
I saw a picture of him running one of the majors, I feel like. Yeah, yeah. It was like back at like when there was just like the flat Nikes and like the 5-inch like shorts and like a tank top. I swear. Yeah,
Oh, nice.
Willie Nelson was a runner for a while.
Oh, see, if I find that picture, that might be my look I recreate for Hustling in the Heartland.
For sure,
Speaking of which,
dude.
wait, does it get like freezing out there in October? I pardon my ignorance, but like,
No,
okay.
it's usually warm that first week. It doesn't. We don't really get winters anymore, and we do, and it's like really intense for like a few weeks, and then it's just gray for 3 months, and that's about it.
Yeah. But that's good though, because that's not going to limit outfit choices. But now I'm on a quest to find this Willie Nelson running fit. That might be what I have to. I don't have the luxurious hair that he had back in the day, of course. But we'll figure something out.
I'll have to dig out my Prefontaine wig. I dressed up as Prefontaine for Halloween a couple of years ago.
Nice, nice. See, so we might just have to do like a whole throwback theme for like Hustling the Heartland Blast from the Past or something like that. Let's see here. Okay, we got some more audience contributions. Oh, Monique, of course, because I got high. Afro Man. Did you see the whole drama with him with the police officer messing with his shit and whatever? Took the lemon pound cake, which somebody needs to grow a strain now and call it lemon pound cake. Uh, but yeah, like that was wild. Uh, Definitely, if court TV were still a thing, that would have been a court TV thing that we would have followed. Let's see here. Heather, of course, Dazed and Confused soundtrack, 1,000,000%. And Julia, Day and Night, Kid Cudi. Yes. Yes.
Oh.
That was the jam back. And when did that song come out? Maybe 08, 09. But
Yeah.
that was definitely that got heavy rotation, not just on 420, but especially on 420 back in those days.
Yeah, it's like about once a year. I have to like sit down. I need to block out 2 hours of my life, and I have to watch Dazed and Confused. It's like
It's one of those movies, isn't it? It's just like every time you do watch it, it's like, oh, this is such a good movie. I need to watch it more often. It should be one of those like yearly traditions. Maybe I'll watch it tonight and just have that be my new 420 movie or something.
yeah,
But yeah,
perfect.
it's such a good movie, but you always kind of forget how good it is, and I don't know why. It was that I guess you had that era in the early '90s where the 30-year cycle being what it was. There was a lot of nostalgia for like the late '60s, early '70s, whatever. But they just I wasn't around in those days, of course, but it felt like they nailed it.
But yeah, 100%. That soundtrack's amazing.
Trying to think now, soundtracks. There's got to be a lot of them that we're not even thinking of right now.
Oh, the Blow soundtrack.
That was a phenomenal soundtrack. That was like, really, the movie was great, but like the soundtrack outshined the movie. That was the whole deal with Blow, for sure.
Yeah, you're right. If it wasn't for that sound, like you said, the movie was awesome, but the soundtrack just like a new level. Like, damn, it was like so well put together too. Like the song, perfect timing.
Yes, that one montage with Manfred Mann, Blinded by the Light, and it's just like a bunch of still shots, just like in rapid procession for like almost the duration of the song, which it's like that's a very bold choice to throw like right in the middle of the movie, but it worked out really well. No, whoever was in charge of the soundtrack for Blow, like they should be doing soundtracks for every, and maybe they are. I don't know. Maybe it's like that's the thing. Maybe in the world of like soundtrack composers, you've got some big dogs that we don't even know about. Let's see here. Okay, we got Brown Sugar, D'Angelo, yes. Styles P, I Get High, Good Times, yes. That song was great. And do you remember the video as well?
What was it?
Styles P, Good Times.
No.
So the video, he like wakes up on a bathroom floor and then he's like walking through, I believe it's a club, but this was back in the day when like the clubs were all like black light and it looked super cool. So like you'd go to the club like feeling like you were like Styles P or whatever. But like thing is, black light looked really cool like on TV. Then when you'd get there, every little bit of lint or whatever on your clothes would like show up and you'd be feeling like such a dork. So, that I don't know why that video always makes me think of like the secondhand embarrassment or firsthand embarrassment, really, of walking into the club and like thinking you're like the coolest dude, and oh no, I'm covered in lint. Never mind. But it was a great video. Let's see here.
That reminds me of this club in Indianapolis called Tremors, and it was nothing but black lights. It's like Jesus, it's just like shit all over you. It's like what
Especially like if you went to eat first or something, you had like a napkin in your lap and you just have this like white square of lint like right on your lap, and it's like, oh, everybody's gonna be looking at me like an idiot right now. Let's see. Okay, we got Full Metal Jacket soundtrack. I'm gonna have to listen to it, but
it's definitely a good one. I can only remember the song "The Bird." Like the bird's the word. What is it? Yeah, what is that song called?
The Trash Man are the artists. I just remember that from that Family Guy episode.
Yeah. That's always I remember what what a great episode.
Family Guy used to be hilarious. I haven't watched it in a long time. Maybe it still is, but God, I used to just die. And it's
Oh,
like it was like I could be stone cold sober watching Family Guy, and I would still just lose it watching that show.
man, Family Guy and like the Cleveland Show, I just couldn't handle it sometimes.
Love the Cleveland Show. Absolutely. No, even well, because you had like that was a solid lineup back then. Because Family Guy, Cleveland Show, of course, The Simpsons. They go in and out of being good, but you know it's still a classic. American Dad.
American Dad was funny.
And I now we've recently started introducing my daughter Marina. We've started introducing her to Aqua Teen, which of course was part of a different lineup, but that was just such a snapshot in time right there.
Yeah, man, that was the golden era of like late night cartoons. It's so good in those days.
Oh, 1,000,000%. 1,000,000%. That's I still might. I probably should, but that's my first tattoo was actually going to be Master Shake. I may need to go get a Master Shake tattoo now. I was actually talking to Heather last night about, hey, if you could just go get a tattoo right now, what would you get? And I didn't really have an answer, but maybe that's the thing. If next time I need to just get some spur of the moment ink, maybe it's like, okay, who's doing Master Shake for me?
It's funny. I came so close to getting a SpongeBob tattoo one time.
Nice.
just because like the guy was just like, I'll tattoo anybody for free, but it has to be what I want it to. I was like, me, and I was like, he's like, it's gonna be SpongeBob. I was like, okay, and then like it was like a tattoo party, and like the party just became like unhinged, and I never got to like sit down. I'm kind of, but now I'd be like, it would be kind of cool to have a SpongeBob tattoo.
No, it really would. It really like was it just like straight up SpongeBob, or was it like they had like that hood SpongeBob for a second, or something like that, which would be kind of a cool.
I wish I could remember what the design was. I thought it was hysterical. Like, this is hilarious.
Oh,
It might have been a straight up SpongeBob though.
Nice. All right, let's see. Comments are going. Wow, we're finally picking up here tonight. So let's see. Let me scroll back a little bit. Okay. It was MTV Unplugged. Julio threw out the Red and Meth collab, which, again, yes, the Black Jewel case. The Black Jewel case. Did you ever sing songs from cartoons? Chippendale, Darkwing Duck. Let's see here. And Heather showed her class the songs from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1 and Go Ninja Go. Vanilla Ice.
Yeah.
Yes. Wait, was that 1 or 2? I don't. That was 2.
That was
okay.
2, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
One was the other ninja song. I can't remember it now.
Did MC Hammer do that? No, he did Addams Family.
He did.
Who did the? See, that's gonna bug me now that I can't think of the.
God, those movies were like light years ahead in time with what they were doing.
They really were. No, they really were. I kind of miss that type of movie because, like, nowadays, obviously they still have Ninja Turtle movies, but like it's all CGI, whatever this and that. Like, I don't want to be like that old toad who's like, "Oh, this sucks because it's not my Ninja Turtles." Because, like, dude, you're 42 years old. The Ninja Turtles are not being made specifically for you. But at the same time, it would be cool if we could get back to like that style of maybe not even necessarily Ninja Turtles. Every now and then another one of those movies that like I just watch regularly because I have to is Dark Crystal, and like just something about like the puppets and like the people in costumes and whatever this and that it just looks so much cooler than just this like saturation of CGI everything.
100%.
John Dupree, hold on.
Oh, I don't know who John Dupree is. Heather was looking up the Ninja Turtles song for me. But yeah, no, it and I guess, well, okay, and you do have you seen the previews for the new Street Fighter?
No. My son told me it's coming out though, so I need to check that out.
I think the new Mortal Kombat comes out first, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. But like, how wild is that? Like, if you could have gone back and told 12-year-old me that we're getting a Street Fighter and Mortal Kombat movie in the same year, I would have probably lost my mind.
God, that was like Those might have been my two first like Sega Genesis games.
Trying to think.
Was it?
Did it come bundled with Sonic? I want to say Sonic was my first Genesis game, but I'm pretty sure I had to have Mortal Kombat like right after that.
I think it came with bundled with Sonic, and then obviously it had like Madden '95. I think one of my favorite first ones. But
Was Madden must have been like more expensive than the other games back in the day or something, because I could never buy it. I could only ever rent it. So
I remember having to save up for it.
Yeah.
I think it was way more, but
And it had like a funky cartridge too, because I think it had like, this was back before like systems had memory, so I think it had memory in the cartridge. So it probably was more expensive, and that's why I could never get it. But yeah, especially because and again, back in the day before like everything became so amalgamous, you'd have like the indie video game shops where if you were a kid, you could like talk the guy into like giving you a deal or whatever. It's like, yo, I've got $50. I will give you this right now if I can have whatever. And if it's a game that's been sitting collecting dust on the shelf, he was cool with it. So,
or you could get a deal on a game that had been rented like a whole bunch.
yes, yeah. Oh, yeah. You'd have to come on the right days. But yeah, when they'd have like the old rental stuff that they'd set out, which that was when people talk about missing Blockbuster. That's one thing I do miss about Blockbuster was when they'd have the like bins out front of like they were like $2 each or something like that. All the old like rental movies. So yeah, you just like stock up because it's like, oh shit, I can buy like 4 or 5 movies for cheaper than it costs to rent one. So yeah.
Only because I know what mine was. But do you like what was your? Do you remember what your last Blockbuster movie you rented was?
Oh, that's a great question. I have no idea.
I ask this all the time. I ask it all the time because I always want to know. But so I rented this movie, and then Blockbuster closed like that night, so I never got to return it. But the last movie I rented from Blockbuster was Freddy Got Fingered.
Nice.
And I have argued, I will die on the hill. I'm like, that movie was cinematic excellence. Like,
no, it was
Rip Torn was like on top of his game. He was just like it was like a perfect symphony of madness with Rip Torn and Tom Green. It's just like, oh my god.
That was kind of like peak whatever it is that we're dealing with now, with like the streamers and whatever who like do stupid shit on YouTube. Like we've gone so far past that, but that was like peak in those. Tom Green, Jackass got so fucking weird towards the end, though, but Jackass and Tom Green, I wasted way too much time emulating that when I was definitely old enough to know better in like high school and like the chest hair sandwich. Or Undercutter's Pizza. The dude came after him with a hammer. Like,
that was the best thing I've ever seen on TV in my life.
Hilarious. Are you kidding me? We would sit around, which again, 420, cut school and like you'd go to, I had like a couple friends who like had a little bit of money, so they already had like TiVo and stuff at their house. So it's like, cool, we're going to go cut school. We're going to pick up McDonald's and then go to so-and-so's house. And just sitting there watching the saved episodes of like Jackass and Tom Green and stuff on TiVo. And it's like, oh, this is, little did we know that was like peak entertainment. That was TV was never going to get better than that.
No, that was it. We even just like writing the rescinding wave ever since then.
Right. Let's see. I've been ignoring the comments, and I'm sorry, you guys.
Sorry.
We're having too much fun talking about Tom Green. So let's see, where are we at here? Okay, back on the 420 Anthems topic. I Shot the Sheriff. Which version of I Shot the Sheriff, Julia? Are we talking the Clapton version here, or I mean, they're all really great, aren't they?
Yeah.
That's a really good song.
Labyrinth. Labyrinth. Oh yeah. I'm just saying I love Bob Marley so much, but yeah, that Clapton version is pretty solid.
The Clapton version is great. Like Clapton sucks as a human, but he did have some great songs. But yeah, the Bob Marley version. That's one I'm gonna go with. Welcome to Jamrock. Yes.
Oh.
everything about that song, which again, I was actually traveling to Jamaica a lot when that song was big. And I don't think if you weren't there, I cannot explain how big of a phenomenon that song was. It was literally like the national anthem of Jamaica. Like you could not, day or night, it does not matter what time of day or night, you could not go more than about 5 minutes without hearing that song blasting somewhere. So it was just such a cultural touchstone for me. So yeah, absolutely. Welcome to Jamrock. Let's see here. Heather says, ever smoked to some good old Marvin Gaye or Teddy Pendergrass? Yes, I have. Luther Vandross. Yeah, for sure. Debbie Gibson. Okay, love it. Okay, and I walked out. We're talking. Freddy got fingered again. Walked out. The weird animal husbandry was too much on a date. Yeah, that would have been a real embarrassing date movie for sure.
Yeah,
What's
that
the
would
most
be.
embarrassing movie you ever took a date to?
Oh God, I don't know. So I don't know why I thought this would. It's funny because now we're married, but I don't know why I thought it would be a good idea to take Cassie to see The Notebook because that.
Yeah.
But it's only embarrassing because I just like didn't know her well enough to know that like she like does not like shit like that.
Yeah, that's not a like. Well, I won't say that's not a date movie because like okay, being married and like date night, whatever. Yeah, let's go check this out. But yeah, that's not like a if you're just dating. That's a pretty heavy movie for sure.
Yeah, it's just like wow, like we've been together, we've known each other for like 3 days. So I was just like this, but you know,
Heather just said she went on a date to that movie too, and the guy cried. She laughed.
yeah, yeah, we were both just like, well, that was awful.
Yeah, that's
Like, let's go see something funny. That's like basically what we.
yeah.
Oh, yeah. I don't know.
For me, it was The Exorcist, and it's not. I have such a weird relationship with that movie. I do. So it was actually my first time ever seeing it, right? But like we were when it came back in theaters, I believe we were 16. So it's like, oh yeah, it doesn't scare me, whatever. Which it's not a scary movie, but like I wasn't prepared for how. Because okay, here's the weird thing. For whatever reason, growing up, my mom like she refused to let me like I think she would have disowned me if she found out I saw The Exorcist as a kid, right? Because apparently like it traumatized her so much. But the thing is, it wasn't just my mom. Like every adult you talked to when we were growing up, like people had to be in fucking therapy because they watched that movie. And it's like, so finally getting to see it, it's like, oh, that's it. And like I don't know, I guess I didn't hide my disappointment well enough. It wasn't like, oh, you're stupid for liking it, but it's just like I just there was nothing to it, and she kind of took offense to that. So that was,
Wow. Well, that's like, remember the Blair Witch Project? Like people just like this is the scariest thing ever, and like I was just like their tents were just shaking and shit. Like I don't.
I will say I went camping right after seeing it, so it was actually kind of spooky being out in the woods.
That would be.
So the day I saw Blair Witch, this was back when you could like sneak into multiple theaters. So that was another thing, just being little reprobates. We were in high school or whatever. So it's like, okay, we'll go see Blair Witch like matinee, and then after that, we'll see what else is about to start. Walked into The Sixth Sense after the Blair Witch. That movie actually was pretty scary. I'm not gonna lie.
Oh
so,
yeah, The Sixth Sense for sure got me. I was just like, yeah, that one got me
for sure. Let's see here. We always get off topic. Heather's reminding me to stay on topic here.
We're way out on this.
You've never watched this show before? Of course, it's off topic. It's half the fun. So let's see here. We've got some more audience comments. We got Tracy is telling us 2 things I haven't thought about in forever. Blockbuster and that movie. We're talking. Oh, Freddy Got Fingered, of course. She was just telling herself she wants to watch a dumb comedy. It might be Freddy Got Fingered instead of Dumb and Dumber. Yeah, and then like report back to us. Tell us. I mean, obviously, I don't expect it to like hold up, but tell us if it's still a worthwhile dumb movie to watch. I think it is. And the Bum Bum song lives around. Yeah, that was again. Tom Green was. What, are you kidding me?
So good.
So good. The when he had was it a cow head or something like that? I still think about that every now and then. At Walmart you can buy pig heads, and I still think about, God, if I would have seen that when I was, 16, 17, really into Tom Green, there's no way I would not have bought that. Been running around school or whatever with a fucking pig head like I was Tom Green. So I'm really glad that didn't, because I'm sure I would have gotten in all sorts of trouble.
Oh,
Shit was a little too emulatable in those days for sure. Well, it looks like we're coming up on we're a little we're actually at an hour exactly now. So I don't know what parting thoughts should we leave with the audience today?
I don't know. I was thinking maybe we could have them like tell us what our next topic should be, because we've been like bouncing around like for like a month on what we should even talk about for these next episodes. So that's something I just want to like maybe pose that to like regular listeners. What should be a good theme for our next one?
I love this idea.
We did this recently. I don't feel like we captured a lot of it very well.
No, I think 1,000,000% that should be it. And like obviously Jason will be back. Wait, what's the schedule like? It's not next Monday. It's 2 Mondays from now.
I think 2 Mondays from now.
Ooh, so maybe Jason won't be back. I actually just booked my tickets for Pittsburgh Marathon. This is going to be my first time flying home the day of a marathon. So I just with things being what they are, just in terms of overall craziness, I had to do it. But I also have a stop that night, so it's literally going to be 7 hours of traveling after running a marathon. So I don't know. Hopefully I can get some lounge passes somewhere and just chill. Luckily my stop is in Vegas, so it's a quick flight from Vegas back home. But to that end, Jason might not be back in 2 weeks, so I may jump in again. And if that's the case, we for sure will have the audience throw out their suggestions. We'll start kind of putting feelers out on the RTB page, just to kind of make sure that we get enough people getting their creative juices flowing, thinking about what topic they'd like to throw out for us.
For sure, yeah, that'd be fun.
For sure. Well, I guess then if that's the case, we probably should wrap up. But obviously, thank you all for joining us. We all look forward to What's in Your Earbuds Monday. It was definitely a little disorganized at first, but I swear to God, this time goes by so fast because it's nothing but fun. And I say that when I'm sitting in this seat and also when I'm sitting in the audience. This is really kind of we have a lot of really great not just podcasts, whatever this and that, but just kind of things that we do that involve the RTB community. But this might be my all-around favorite, if I'm being honest with you, for sure. To that end, if you aren't joining us live, if you're listening to the replay a week from today, make sure that you rate us 5 stars. Anything less than 5 stars, reach out to any one of us. Let us know what's up. I'm pretty sure if we can't convince you to give us that 5-star rating, we'll take your suggestion into account, and you might see some format changes. Leave a comment. Share it with your friends. Our community is growing, and we've got so many great people, and there is a space for everyone here at RTB. Not just, for What's in Your Earbuds, whatever this and that. Maybe it'd be weird if somebody wasn't a music lover, but if you're not, we got a lot of other great shows. We got Beyond the Finish Line. We got Fireside Chat. We need to get Derek on a episode of our barbershop. Why can't I think of the name of it now?
Oh yeah, our club, the round table. Yeah,
the round table. Thank you. Yeah, we haven't done one of those in a while. We got to get the gang together for that sort of thing. But that's the thing. Share this with your friends because there will be something for them out there. So to that end, again, thank you all for joining us tonight. I hope you have a wonderful 420. If you did run the Boston Marathon, I hope you got your feet up and you're eating like just the nastiest, amazing, covered in whatever. Don't worry about it. Got sauce running down your face creation. And keep posting those pictures. That metal is fucking beautiful.
Yeah.
But yeah, other than that, do you want to give us the traditional send off, Joe?
Yeah. Real quick,
Oh yes.
I just want to say thank you, everybody. Last week, we were so close to 50 5-star reviews. And I just like put it out there like, hey, for my 50th episode of which is coming up, Beyond the Finish Line, I wanted 50 5-star reviews for the network. We got 53. We got like 7 5-star reviews in 24 hours. So I just want to say I mean to make it real to say thank you, and just like I haven't been able to like think for a week. But so just thank you so much. That was incredible, and that's really all I have to say. Other than I'll just do my normal send off, and so I'll see ya. Yeah.